Hey, it's a great day. I'm Energizer, and today is day 105 on the Appalachian Trail. So let's do this. So for today, yeah, today's the day. Today is the day. Climbing Mount Katahdin. It's only a 5.2 mile hike to the top from the Birches campground. So, distance wise, not that far, but it's a very strenuous climb. So typically it's going to take, about 4 hours to get to the top. And I'm carrying my full pack. The rangers, when you check in, down by the ranger station for through hikers, what they'll do is they'll let them borrow day packs, or they have an area where you can drop off gear so you're not having to carry, your tent, sleeping bag, and all that stuff you're not going to need up on top. You can, to make scrambling up the rocks a little easier. But I haven't slack packed a single foot on the Appalachian Trail. And I'm not about to start now. So, yeah, I'm carrying the full load going up. Going to carry it all the way going down. But this is it. This is what it's been all about. So, it's supposed to be a nice day. It shouldn't rain. Hopefully the clouds hold off long enough so I can get some views when I'm up on top. There's about a dozen hikers, through hikers that I've been hiking with off and on for a little bit, that we all wound up at the Birches last night, had a little powwow, and we're all going to get up there together. Yeah, it's going to be really special. Today's going to be a great day. That's right.
Dang, got the whole crew. Look at it.
Let these youngins get by us. All good. Yep, sleep on top. First view of the morning. Heading up. This is when it starts to get steep. First bit done. And now the last bit. Yep, too easy. Technical part's over with. Now it's just a walk to the top. Yeah. There we go. That's it. That is the top. Almost there. Up on Springer Mountain. Let the journey begin. Now I'm sitting at mile marker 44, enjoying a little cold soaked ramen. Okay, it started to rain. What they don't tell you is you get all the way to the top and then you got to walk all the way back down. And I got old knees. Oh yeah. Heading up. Now that's a view. I was just talking to the ranger. We had 2 section hikers at our shelter last night, and one of them woke up really sick, and so he was going to need transportation out, either a lifeline or a ride down the road. But sun's going down. Another bald. Yeah, you guessed it. Gone up. I'm gonna get through that gate. I don't mean any offense. So what do you do when the pony is blocking your path? I just passed a bunch of hikers and they informed me there's some really good trail magic right up ahead. So, yeah, let's go take a look. Appalachian Trail crossed over the Blue Ridge Parkway. It's raining right now, thundering. a footbridge solely designed to move people over the James River. Little view of what's to come. I'm going to call it the Shenandoah Folks March. And the idea is to see how many waysides you can hike to in a single day. But the trick is that at each one you have to order or buy a beer and drink it. Life is older than the trees, younger than the mountains, flowing like a breeze. Country roads, take me home. This is the original Washington Monument. I just passed a hiker. The magic is real. It's happening. It is happening. Celebrate making it to the halfway point. Mike thinking ahead. Smart man, thinking ahead. He brought some Hammock Hazy Double IPA. My wife and I lived in the house right behind me for 5 years, right here on Carlisle Barracks Parade Field. Power line break offers some incredible views down the valley. And it is also the nationally recognized Hike Naked Day, where everything indoors, you know, comes outdoors. Yeah, starting to get serious. This must be the White Rocks.
Yes, you can have his, because he's not here.
You can't have mine.
Oh!
You can't have my food. He's heading towards the pond. New York City skyline. Hobo! Hobo! A big tree just fell about 50 feet from me. Connecticut's version of the lemon squeezer. Shop, and the lady gave me the Hare Krishna special. This is the trail stand. It's you know, honesty, pay, and take what you want. This is my finger. See that? The forest in Vermont reminds me a lot of Mirkwood from the J.R.R. Tolkien series, The Hobbit. Oh yeah, 2 more states, that's it. Make my way up to the top of Mount Moosilauke. Getting a little breezy. And it just started to rain. So everything I don't want wet, including the rain gear, is inside the rut. Yep, more steps, more rock ledge. It's raining. That's the whites for you. Hey, thank you so much. Hey, thank you.
Good luck, safe travel.
You guys are the best.
Savor this to the last drop, guys. This is one of the coolest things you'll ever do, and it's hard.
I tell you, the 100-mile wilderness, yeah, it's been something else. It has rained every single day.
Good team.
Yeah.
It
gets better and better.
No, I gotta go out.
Thank you.
It's got a heartbeat energizer. Can you feel it? I said I wasn't going to cry, but go. There you go. This is what we get to enjoy. Through hiking's not so bad. So closing out day 105 on the Appalachian Trail. Walked up Mount Katahdin, last day on the Appalachian Trail. It's only 5.2 miles from the Birches, the campsite. 10 miles total going up and down if you do the hunt trail both ways. Really steep incline and tough going the whole way. Orlando and I started about 6 a.m. and yeah, it took us a while to get up on top. In fact, it took a good chunk of all day to get up there and then do the happy snaps and all that kind of stuff, and then get back down. It was I'm glad that I went ahead and did the 10 miles and then did the for the approach trail into Baxter State Park, and then spent an entire day just worrying about Mount Katahdin. I'm glad I did it that way because I knew I had enough time and I could go slow and I didn't have to worry about breaking anything. And Orlando and I agreed that you know, the last day wouldn't be the day. You certainly want to. We stayed healthy all that time. We didn't want to break anything. So it was tough climb, that's for sure. At the beginning, I talked about carrying everything up to the top. You know, I haven't slack packed yet, so I wasn't about to slack pack the last 5 miles.
and it kind of goes beyond that. I know everything in the rucksack is an inanimate object. I get that, but the reality is everything in my rucksack helped me get from Springer Mountain to Mount Katahdin. I mean, we essentially worked as a team, and so that's my platoon. That's the team, and for me, everything in the rucksack had earned the right to see the top of that mountain. It saw me through, and it had earned the right. And in the military, nobody gets left behind. So everybody was going up that mountain that day. That's for sure. Summiting Mount Katahdin at the end of a thru-hike, to me, is the ultimate finish to a long distance hike. I think it beats anything that the Pacific Crest Trail or the CDT would have to end on Mount Katahdin. It's just an iconic mountain all of in itself, and it's very challenging. And I mean, you hit the sign. So I couldn't see doing the Appalachian Trail any other way besides atnobo. I know people do, and they're happy with that, but for me to end on Mount Katahdin, such a beautiful mountain, such an incredible culmination to a long trail, I just don't think there's any better way to end the Appalachian Trail than on top of that mountain and getting up on top of that sign doing the victory pose. It was incredibly special to have a group of hikers up on top of that mountain to share that experience with. I mean, each individual that you see on my video, I had hiked with at some measure through at least the last 300 miles. And to share that moment with them, it just made it so much more special. To be able to do that, and we all had gone through, the similar trials and tribulations, and joys and pain, and to be able to share that and look at each other in the eye and know, we had done it. To me, that was incredibly special. So that's the end of my long hike. I think it's going to take probably weeks to process through how I'm feeling about the hike and how it might have changed me. That's going to take a while. I am grateful that I was able to finish the Appalachian Trail with the body healthy. As you know, when I finished the Pacific Crest Trail, I was pretty much emaciated and broke. I mean, I had injured a knee pretty bad, and it took a year to heal. And I am feeling healthy. I'm still sore, but this morning I went out for a short jog. 3 days after completing long trail, I was out trying to do a little jogging. So the body is feeling good, and I think it's going to come back a lot quicker, and that'll allow me to do things over the next year that I want to do, just by being able to stay healthy on the Appalachian Trail. I said in the first video that I did when I was talking about why I was hiking, I said that I had to hike the Appalachian Trail. It was a feeling that was building up in me over a period of 2 years to the point that I could not ignore it. So I knew I had to hike it, but I didn't know why. I didn't know why at that time. And I hoped to discover that why while I was on the trail. And I think I have. The thing I've come to realize and love about the Appalachian Trail is it is America's trail. The Pacific Crest Trail is my first love, and I will always have a special place for it in my heart, but it is definitely a West Coast trail. It has a West Coast vibe, West Coast feel, everything about it. But the Appalachian Trail, its beauty runs beyond just what you see. It The trail encapsulates America's history and culture. I mean, you can feel it with every step. It is the trail that Mackay and Avery had in mind, envisioned when they created the trail. It is a trail for everyone to walk. It is America's trail. I will do a couple post Appalachian Trail videos, probably a lessons learned one, maybe talk about my equipment. And I will probably do a video comparing the Appalachian Trail with the Pacific Crest Trail. I'll probably put something out like that. Mighty Blue, Steve Adams from Mighty Blue and the Appalachian Trail, he interviewed me for about my Pacific Crest Trail hike, his episode 252, and we've already talked, and he wants to interview me about my Appalachian Trail hike, and he's asked me to do a comparison between the Appalachian Trail and the Pacific Crest Trail. So if you don't watch the video and you watch Mighty Blue or you listen to Mighty Blue's podcast, that should be, you know, coming up at some point in the future. Don't know when, but he has asked me to discuss that. So people have been asking me about the already in the comments have been saying, hey, what about the Continental Divide Trail and the Triple Crown and all that? And I really can't say. I mean, I don't even want to speculate at this point. I don't know. I really don't know. You know, when I told my wife that I was going to hike the Appalachian Trail, after saying for years I was never going to hike the thing, and I finally broke the news to her, hey, I'm going to hike the Appalachian Trail. The first thing she said to me, and I mentioned this in one of my earlier videos, that she said to me was, I knew you were going to do it. You know, my wife and I have been a couple. We have been together as a couple since I was 14 and she was 15. So in many respects, I think she knows me better than I know myself. I'm not going to tell you right after she said, I knew you were going to do the AT, what she said about the CDT. I'm not going to say what she said about the CDT. But she did make a comment. So I'm just going to process it. And at this juncture, instead of ending this video like I have in all my other videos with see you tomorrow, I'll just end it with, it's a great day. See you next time.